And what a lot of podcasts do is like you're having a conversation and then they like just stick the microphone right in, like just starts right there. There's no like, hey, welcome to the Joe Rogan Experience or anything like that. They just like start talking. And they're like, well, you know, when you did a vendor thinking, it was like kind of like, oh, like kind of stuff like that.
Is that what we're gonna do right now?
Are we already doing it?
Maybe we just started.
That's so amazing how things work like that. Welcome to the Jack Atwood podcast. Today we are going to be talking about the Musk revolution. I'm sorry, guys. I just got this outline out of ChatGPT. Will wanted to talk about it. We were going to call it something else, but no, we didn't want to because it was kind of a dumb name. But I haven't even read this outline, guys. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. We'll start the intro. Okay, we are back. Ooh, my new podcast episode is out. The Ethics of AI. It finally came out. We're going to listen to it on the podcast. That would be so rad. Listen to it.
Are we on air?
Yeah, we are. Is it going to come on? Hello, everyone. Welcome. Oh, I didn't start the music with that intro. That's very... Okay, this one I did. We're not going to do that. You're already listening to the Jack Atwood podcast. This is why you're listening to the Jack Atwood podcast. So, Elon Musk, the greatest inventor of our time. Some call him the Tony Stark in real life, which I disagree a little bit because his accent throws me off like a lot. It's like not British. It's like mixed African, Canadian. Canadians don't really have an accent. Are you gonna talk, Will? Like
it's South African.
It's South African.
I mean, I don't really have anything to share. Like, I'm just here because it's cheaper than therapy. But I want to get all that off my chest today.
Well, you're sitting in the small stool, and I'm in the nice black chair. So, but we're on the same mic. We are. Oh no, I messed it up. Have this nice pop shield here, but we're talking about Elon Musk. Hey, I just wanted to pause the episode right here, and this is in post about a week later from the time that we recorded this episode, but I just wanted to give you a little context about Will, who is the guest on this episode. I didn't ever give him an introduction when we recorded this a week ago. So Will Atwood, he's my brother, and he's here back for college, so we just thought we'd record an episode before he left, and there's another one coming out next Monday with him also. I also wanted to talk about, we have a new Patreon page. There's a link in the description for it. It's at patreon.com/the Jack Atwood podcast. And on there, if you get a membership, you can get exclusive content, behind the scenes stuff, video posts, polls, and decision making for the topics, stuff like that. So I just wanted to give you some context there before we posted this episode. But back to the conversation. Where is South Africa?
Well, it's the south of Africa, like all the way south.
So why do you call it a South African accent? I don't know. Does South Africa have like a certain like accent or something? Is it different from just like the normal? It's just like an African accent, you know?
No, it's almost like British or Australian.
So South Africa has its own thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
It sounds like British.
Gotcha. And that's what Elon uses. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's worn off over time, so now it just sounds kind of weird. But yep, Elon was born in South Africa.
And then he went to like Canada.
And he was abused by his father.
He wasn't abused.
Yes, he was.
He was like a really rich... He was abused?
He yelled a lot.
He yelled a lot?
And would sometimes make really long speeches. And that hurt Elon's feelings. It did. And so he founded PayPal.
Are you like just going along? The outline doesn't say that. Discuss Musk's childhood and early influence. Is that... Okay, we paused the program right there because I had to say something that was off the mic. Touch on his... What is Zip2?
Zip2 is sort of like the predecessor to PayPal. Like he founded Zip2, and then they merged with another company to form PayPal, and then they voted him out of PayPal, and he sold all of his share.
They voted him out of PayPal?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
Why kick him out? That's so rude. He founded it. Tesla. What?
It feels just so informal. Like I feel like I could say anything to you right now.
Well, please don't. But it's because all the other guests I've had are all virtual. Nathan was virtual. My Uncle Paul was virtual, and then in the episode I was just by myself. But we're in person this time because he's here back from college and he's going back tomorrow. I was like, hey, you should do an episode of the podcast with me. And he was like, okay, that's a good idea. So yeah, he's with me in the room on the small stool, like I said. But we're on the same table, so we're very uncomfortably close right now, sharing the same mic. But
I'm very comfortable.
You're very comfortable. Elon Musk's first big venture. I know he came out of Canada and college. But what was one of the first things he did? Was it Zip2 or PayPal?
It was Zip2/X.com. And PayPal was one of the first ways, sort of like the predecessor of online banking. Before that, you couldn't really pay someone online. There was no method for doing that. And PayPal revolutionized how we view money and banking. And, things like eBay today still use PayPal. Does eBay own PayPal?
I don't know. I use Cash App and Venmo. I don't use PayPal ever.
Be quiet really quick so I can Google a smart sounding thing.
Well, why don't you just talk while I Google, or Google while I talk?
Well, I'm still talking.
I have a laptop right here. I can.
Does eBay own PayPal? No, eBay does not own PayPal. Oh, they own PayPal from 2002 to 2015.
Oh.
But then they left.
So you were half right. Sounds about right. Anyway. So after PayPal, I guess he got kicked out or whatever. When did he start Tesla? Because that was one of the biggest. When you think of Elon, you think of either Tesla or SpaceX.
2011.
I just searched Tesla. I didn't search when he became the CEO.
Maybe you shouldn't tell your viewers we're searching things. That doesn't make us sound smart. I'm currently drawing from the recesses of my brain.
Yes, we're all very smart, and we know all of this off of the top of our head. When did Elon start Tesla? Okay, he started it in 2004, and he's been the CEO since. No, he became the CEO in 2008. So he did not found the company.
That's right, he did not found Tesla. He went through a court case to get himself legally recognized as a co-founder, but he really did not start Tesla. He just joined in.
He became involved in 2004 and then became CEO in 2009, and then that's when everything happened.
Let's talk about hair.
Yeah, he did get those weird hair extensions.
I wouldn't call them weird. I think they're beautiful.
Well, I really still don't like his hair.
Well, he had none. It was all gone.
I'm talking about afterwards. After he got the multi-thousand hair thing. I mean, it looks good sometimes, but it's he doesn't even spend time to comb it.
Everybody has those days.
He has them a lot. He has those days too much. When did Elon Musk when did Tesla become a thing? It's not like everybody was talking about Tesla like they are right now, like they were back in 2008. Tesla had its break at some point. When was that, and why was that?
So electric cars did exist before Tesla, but they weren't, cool. You had Toyota Priuses and Yaris's and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And so the very first Tesla, it was the Tesla Roadster, and it was basically just a Lotus Elise with a battery pack. They just converted a Lotus Elise into electric. And that sort of made electric vehicles cool. It sort of changed the perception of what electric vehicles could be. But Tesla didn't really take off until they launched the Tesla Model S. And after that, Tesla became the most valuable car company in the world.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No, I did
it's
not.
The most valuable car company.
Fun fact for you. In Iron Man in 2008, in Tony Stark's garage, there was a Tesla Roadster. And Elon Musk was Robert Downey Jr.'s inspiration for the character of of Tony Stark. And when they first filmed Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. actually toured SpaceX and Tesla and got inspiration from that character. So,
Well, I mean, do you know how Audis are like featured prominently in the Iron Man films?
yeah.
That was going to be Teslas. Except Elon Musk didn't want to pay to put Tesla in the film. He wanted to be paid to put Tesla in the film.
That sounds about right, though. Shouldn't that be the fact?
Well, no, because Audi pays to have their cars put in the film for advertising.
I would think it's more like you get to use Audi.
I mean, they could really use whatever car they wanted to.
That is true.
They want that advertising, and that's a lot of exposure. Like, I think Audi released several like new models of the R8 in Iron Man before they were even released to the public. And then also the Acura NSX that he drives in Age of Ultron at the end. I don't think that was released yet. That was sort of like a pre-release thing to advertise it. But because of that association, Audi has a long-standing relationship with Marvel. Like, you know, that famous car commercial with Tom Holland, the Spider-Man Audi one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're not on Audi or the color of his hair. When did he start his venture with SpaceX? Was it pretty early on, and it was like Tesla when it first had its big break? Or, when did SpaceX come about?
When SpaceX first came about, it took them a long, long time to get any rockets whatsoever. Like, they were trying to go, like, buy used rockets from Russia. They met with all these dealers. But then eventually they decided to build their own rocket from the ground up. And that was unheard of at the time for a private company to do that.
So Elon Musk started the company in 2002, and I guess he started it from the ground up. No, he helped usher the era. So, yeah, he wasn't the founder, but he was clearly a prominent figure in the corporation. Yeah. But he runs it today, and they've obviously still made rocket with the Starship that lands itself, just comes back. Have y'all seen it? I'm describing it with my arms, but you can't see it all. It just comes up and goes back down, but that's never been done before.
Well, what made SpaceX revolutionary was that it used reusable rockets. No company, no government had ever done that before, and they engineered a way to where the boosters would come back down and land on pads in the ocean. And that drastically reduced the cost of space travel, because previously that booster would just go in the ocean and you'd never get it back. But now they reuse that booster dozens of times. And now the Falcon 9 rocket, which is their main sort of workhorse, is the most reliable rocket in the world because of how many times they've launched it.
Yeah, so NASA never used a reusable rocket?
No, SpaceX invented the reusable rocket. I mean, I guess if you want to count the space shuttle, but that's not a rocket.
So, fun fact for you, Elon Musk dropped out of Stanford University. He dropped out. Where's that? It's in Massachusetts.
California. It's in California.
I didn't know it was California.
Massachusetts. I think he graduated from somewhere else though. Like, I think Stanford was his post grad.
So how did he afford that?
Afford what?
Stanford. Because did he just come from South Africa to Canada? Because I know he had
I mean, he wasn't super poor.
Self-taught programmer. I'm a self-taught programmer. He started at the tender age of 12. Well, either way, I'm still a self-taught programmer like Elon.
What have you programmed?
I don't. What do you program in South Africa?
He programmed video games. He had his own mini arcade. What have you? We're talking about you now. What have you programmed?
I've programmed a Raspberry Pi.
What does it do now?
Well, I changed it from using military time to standard time. I just got my Apple on the floor.
That doesn't seem like programming to me. I don't
know.
Well,
I can't think of all the things that I've done, but yeah, I have done it before, and I didn't really have anybody to help me, so that kind of makes me self-taught. So I'm a self-taught programmer. So anyway, let's move on to Musk and his new sidekick, Donald Trump. Or is it the other way? because he's always tagging along. I feel like Trump kind of like got him away from Mar-a-Lago because he kept hanging around there, and ever since that one rally, he just hasn't gone away. He's like a Trump follower now, and some argue whether he or Trump is going to be the next president. But I feel like it's good that Musk being the visionary and multi-billionaire that he is, and them having a partnership. I really feel like SpaceX could do a lot of good stuff in this Trump term.
Well, Musk and Trump haven't always had the greatest relationship.
No, yeah.
Like they've traded barbs over social media in the past. But it all really started, like they grew closer and closer over, I'd say, 2023 to 2024. And then it all came to a head after Trump was shot. Elon Musk came out and endorsed him like within the hour.
Yeah.
And then he started a super PAC to sort of raise money for him. And then started attending rallies and campaigning for him and stuff. And now he's the head of a new government department. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know. He did put him in some sort of...
It's called the Department of Government Efficiency with Vivek Ramaswamy.
What does that do?
Basically, like reduces waste and bureaucracy in the government, like all of the red tape and that kind of thing.
He put him in charge of the trash industry.
Well,
he told Elon to take out the trash. Basically, and who's this other guy that you were talking about?
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Vivek, Vivek.
Vivek
Ramaswamy. Ramaswamy.
And Will can spell the Neuralink. Elon Musk and Neuralink, they made this thing, and the guy can control a computer screen, and I feel like some other robotic stuff, I think it was, with his brain. There was also another guy who played Mario Kart with his brain.
It was the same guy.
It was the same guy.
They've only done one so far, I think.
Oh.
Maybe two. I think it started to come out, though.
What?
Like, it started to come out of his head. Like, they put it in, and he was fine for a while. And then, like, the little tips, they started to come out of his brain.
It's kind of like Doc Ock. Like, you know how they like take over? That literally sounds like a Marvel storyline. Like they insert this thing that controls the brain, and then, oh no, I've come to a shocking revelation.
I mean, with any transplant or artificial thing that you're putting into your body, you're always going to be fighting rejection of it. Like people who get kidney transplants and that kind of thing are taking medication for the rest of their lives to suppress their own immune system from attacking it.
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of inevitable.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hands. So yeah, a few weeks after the surgery, the Neuralink did malfunction, and it had like brain movement in the skull. So the thing isn't perfect, but the main thing is that this thing is like just a few months old, but they literally made a device that allowed the brain to control a computer. That's a really big advancement. And along with him creating the Starship and the new Tesla. Have they created any new Tesla models?
The Cybertruck.
Oh yeah! How could I forget? I see those everywhere, and everyone repaints them. So I guess they don't like the current color or what. But there are a lot of different opinions on the Cybertruck. I personally, I like it. I like the look of it. A lot of people say it's ugly, but it just looks so futuristic, especially the inside. The inside looks like a sci-fi steering wheel, and with the screen and everything being so sleek, I like the look of it, but a lot of people don't. What about you?
It's not a steering wheel; it's a yoke. Look at it. It's a yoke.
Like you move it forward and stuff.
No, I don't think so, but it's a yoke.
Oh, it's
growing on me though. I think I would replace the rims. They're a little bit chunky.
Well, the sides of the wheels, they look plastic.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, maybe you should have said the sides of the wheels. Maybe be a little bit more specific.
It's the wheels.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Pretty much, I think anyone who's seen the outside of the Cybertruck and didn't like it has not seen the inside. Because the inside looks like it's from that Disney show, Miles in Tomorrowland. Did you ever watch that when you were a kid?
Miles from Tomorrowland. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a remake of the other old show. But the Cybertruck used to be such a joke when it was in production, and now it's out. Some people like it, some people don't. But it's a really good alternative to where you want to have a truck, but just like futuristic, you know. I like the Cybertruck. What is your opinion?
And there was that guy that blew one up outside of the Trump Tower in Las Vegas.
Well, that was dumb. That was just dumb.
Well, I mean, he did it on purpose.
Like I said, it was dumb.
And he killed himself.
Why? He just blew it up outside the Trump Tower.
He wanted to make a point.
What was his point?
I don't remember what it was.
His point could have been a lot of things.
I think he was like, this isn't a terrorist attack, I'm just doing it to make a point. But I feel like if you blow something up to make a point, that's kind of a terrorist
Did he say
attack.
that after he died?
I think they found it in the Notes app on his phone.
He was gonna like make this big speech and blow himself up, but he tapped the blow up button too early.
Well, no, he killed himself first and then it blew up. He shot himself in the head.
There are so many things wrong with this. I would have done this totally differently. He did not plan this out very well. Was he like on something? Was he high?
He was a veteran. His wife had left him like 2 days before.
Oh, I see. So, distress. We're on 23 minutes. What have we not talked about yet?
Well, there's the Boring Company.
That sounds very boring.
Well, what he wanted to do originally was sort of make like one of those vacuum sealed tunnels, like a hyperlink underneath the ground, to offer like super fast train travel. Like the tunnels that the Boring Company has made, like what they want to do, they're basically like just concrete underground tunnels for your car.
So have they made the tunnels yet?
I think they've constructed a train tunnel in Las Vegas, and then they want to do like one of their car tunnels in like Florida somewhere.
Is it operational in Las Vegas?
Yeah, they use it all the time. But the car thing is kind of dumb because it's just a tunnel, except you can't like turn around, or like if your car breaks down, you're kind of stuck.
Well, I had this idea. Take note. You have a train, but it's in the air, and you have these poles that the train hangs on. So instead of the train being on a track, you have it connected at the top.
Yeah, they make those. Like, a lot of those.
What are they called?
We've ridden in ones. They're sky cars or cable cars. There's a lot of different ones.
I know, but it's like a train that goes real fast, you know?
What do you mean?
Like, do you need me to draw?
Like they make big ones.
Here, where's that pen? Okay, here it is.
It's called a cable car.
Okay, well, no, that's different. It would be like a train.
We've ridden in one. I was there.
No, yeah, I was there too, but I'm talking about like a train that goes really fast. Yeah, no, that's like a car. This is like a pole in a train that goes really fast. So it'd be like this. It'd come down, and then it'd go, and then you'd have these poles along.
I don't understand.
Well, his brain is too small to understand, but when this becomes a huge thing and it revolutionizes the travel of mankind, you know who came up with it, and you know where you got it. The Jack Atwood podcast.
You mean like a Ferris wheel?
No, it's not a Ferris wheel. So what is the Boring Company? Why did they call it that? That's so boring.
Well, because you like bore a tunnel underground.
No, I don't. Ooh.
See, that's what it is. It's just like...
That's cool. I can see the use of that. Like, you could have so many of these underground.
They make normal tunnels, though.
Yeah, but these have white walls. And they have cameras, too, for some reason. And it just looks so much cooler. And look at that Tesla in it.
I think there's like a rumor that he created the Boring Company just to like undermine like mass transportation.
There's a flamethrower.
There is a flamethrower.
Yeah, but pretty much every YouTube channel that does engineering has made a flamethrower, so...
But you can buy it, just for fun.
You can buy it? Isn't that like not...
Well, technically it's not a flamethrower, it's a roofing torch.
So it's meant for roofing.
No, it's meant for fun, but they just have to classify it as a roofing torch.
Huh. That makes sense. So you're not just like on the thing, flamethrower for fun.
I think it's called like literally like not a flamethrower.
It's like called not a flamethrower.
It's literally named not a flamethrower.
No. The Boring Company flamethrower. Here we go. What other companies did he found?
Well, he also founded OpenAI. Well, he like co-founded it with a couple of the billionaires, which is now responsible for ChatGPT.
Yeah, amazing invention. What other millionaires did he found it with?
I don't know.
Who's like the French guy who was at the top for a little bit?
Bernard Arnault.
Bernard Arnault?
He wasn't one of them. He makes fashion things.
Oh, he makes fashion things.
He owns Louis Vuitton, I think.
I don't know what that is. He looks like he's from Whoville.
But now he's, since he's bought Twitter, he has a new AI company called XAI, which is new chatbot called Grok.
I have heard about the Grok. That's the one that we talked about in the last episode, and it spread rumors about NBA stars vandalizing.
Really?
Yeah. The Grok AI was like spreading rumors. Yeah. Yeah.
They just released their app for the App Store. I'm thinking about getting it. Like I have ChatGPT that I use for most things, but then I have Google's Gemini.
What is that? How is that
That's
different?
not how you spell rumors.
Okay, well, whatever. So, what is the difference between Gemini and ChatGPT?
They're just made by different things.
I know. Well, what is the difference? What do they do different?
They don't really do anything differently. Like ChatGPT, I'm sure has different features, like more, like faster results, more reliable results, probably.
Well, you're making noise to the mic. Well, ChatGPT can do a lot more things than you think. It's just when you have the free version, you can't do a lot. You can't get like a lot of the other bots that it has, and yeah,
you can use 4.0.
Well, yeah, but
with the free version, you just can't use it for that long.
Mm-hmm, yeah, but I'm talking about like, I'll show you. They have ChatGPT to where you can like make your own chat bots. You can do different things with them, not just like image generation and chat.
But those are like
you
custom,
get what I'm saying. Yeah.
Custom GPTs that people have made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the Grok AI was. It spread misinformation about NBA players, and that was one of the AI fails that we talked about in the last episode, which I hope you guys listened to. X. I feel like Elon Musk had one of those bad ideas in the middle of the night, but it sounded like a good idea. Like, do you ever have that? Like, it's late at night, or you're out of it, and then you have an idea, and it sounds good, and then like when you wake up,
yes,
it's like a terrible idea.
Yes, I have a lot of those.
It's like, oh, that you're excited about this big idea and it was terrible. Well, I guess Elon Musk never really woke up. He continuously thought that it was a good idea.
Well, I mean, I feel like he realized it at some point because he tried to back out of buying it.
Well, he bought it and then he changed the name.
No, he tried to back out of buying it after he made that offer because it was a ridiculously high offer, much more than the company was valuated at.
I'm not talking about buying Twitter. I'm talking about changing it to
renaming
X.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's kind of always had an obsession with the letter. Like, his first company, X.com.
And the Model X, and yeah, they use all those. I think it's like a futuristic thing. But but the point is, you change Twitter. It's one of the main and original social media platforms. And you have the whole tweeting thing, which is still a thing, even though you would be like Xing or whatever. You don't change something like that. It was so iconic, with the bird, and then X was the bad idea. It was a very bad idea.
Well, I think what it was him trying to move Twitter past just being a social media platform and into a larger company, sort of like WeChat.
Well, yeah, he's
for
done that.
America, and like introducing the AI and trying to make it like a news platform and have streaming things on there, like Tucker Carlson's show and that kind of thing. So I think what he's trying to do is make it not just social media anymore.
Well, he made it different, and he did make it different. But well, I guess you have a point there. Twitter sounds like more of a social media. But I feel like because he did change it, he needs to work on that more, like making it's not just social media, it's a whole lot more.
Yeah. And like there's been like a couple political launches on Twitter, but they haven't gone well, like DeSantis's political campaign launch that was super glitchy.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. He tried to do some stream on X, but it kept crashing.
Oh, when are we going to Mars? Because I know for a fact NASA is not going to make it before SpaceX. Just saying. When will SpaceX make it to Mars?
Like with a human?
Yeah. When is he going to like start his colony and stuff? Like when are we going to put the first human on Mars?
I don't know. I'd say at best 2035. At very, very best.
2025?
2035.
2030? Really?
Yeah.
I feel like we could... This says 2026, but that doesn't sound right. Oh no, it's uncrewed.
Well, he also said the Cybertruck would release in like 2021.
He did so, but yeah, I think you're right. 2035 sounds about right. But Reagan said that we were going to go to Mars in like 2020. Fun fact for you, he did say that. Like, we were going to go to Mars by 2020. Yeah.
Well, NASA's going back to the moon with humans in like 2030, I think.
Aren't they in like a space race with China?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah. No other country's been to the moon but us.
Put humans on the moon.
Well,
I think China landed their spaceship on the moon.
Their spaceship?
Yeah.
Like with nobody?
Yeah, nobody was in it.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's something.
Well, I feel like, we gave something to humanity, like a science or a technology that would, I guess, enlighten other countries of the technology. And I feel like we aren't the only innovative country. I mean, why haven't these other countries grasped that and gone to the moon like us? I get it. We were in a space race, and it was a lot of things were different.
There's not a whole lot of incentive to go to the moon, though. You know what I mean? Like, you get no financial gain from it. There's really not much science to be discovered on the moon anymore. The only thing would be, like, establishing some sort of colony. Which is, I don't even know.
I feel like it'd be a good idea to have... like the International Space Station have like a moon base, that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, but countries aren't going to fund things because it would be cool,
They're too worried about war. And then like Canada, would Canada ever do something like that?
No. Did we land on the moon though?
Don't even start that.
How quaint. Okay.
You are not a moon landing denier.
I am not a moon landing denier.
Yeah, the moon landing was definitely not faked, and I don't think any of our listeners think that. And if you do, leave a comment, and I would love to have you on the show sometime. We'll talk about it. It'll be a very long episode.
The cultural impact of Elon Musk. It seems like everybody out there either thinks that Elon Musk is the greatest human to ever human, or he's either the biggest idiot ever.
It's the same with Trump, though.
That's true, I guess.
Like, you either love him and think he's good, or you hate him.
But I think nuance is necessary in all of this. Like, obviously, Elon Musk has accomplished a lot. He's not an idiot. He's done incredible things in all areas of technology. But at the same time, he's done some really questionable things.
Like what? His hair was, like, kind of necessary. If you're the richest man in the world, surely you can make some money to fix your...
Like the business decisions he's made, buying Twitter, just the stuff he says,
Well, yeah, everyone has that. Like, even Trump. Like, there's always a little bit of crazy in every
a genius?
Genius. In every genius, there's a quirk. And I feel like that's true about a lot of like big scientists and people like Albert Einstein or Nikola Tesla, Elon Musk, like we said. But yeah, everyone has their quirks, especially geniuses.
But I mean, you can recognize that he isn't stupid, but that he's also, not the greatest thing since sliced bread, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be an Elon Musk fanboy to recognize that he has done some great things in the areas of science.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to be like a mega fan. I wouldn't say, I don't know what I am. Like, am I a super fan, or what am I? You can't leave comments on Spotify, apparently, but you can on Apple Podcast, or you can email in to the Jack Atwood podcast. I feel like our ending point is... What is our ending point?
This has been a production of iHeartRadio Podcasts.
No, it hasn't. We're not affiliated with iHeart. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, apologize. The podcast is on iHeartRadio, so if you're ever stuck in... I don't ever know when you would use iHeartRadio, but yeah.
So it is a production of iHeartRadio Podcasts.
No, it's not. I'm just saying it's on the iHeart platform, and it's also on all the other platforms. But that's beside the point. Elon Musk is probably one of the greatest innovators and one of the greatest geniuses of our time. And yeah, people have different opinions about him. He's just a multi-billion-dollar engineer genius. I feel like I just described Tony Stark. But make sure to email in, leave a comment below if you're on Apple Podcasts. Give it the 5 stars, preferably. Don't accidentally do 4, because I've done that before. And yeah, you sometimes you accidentally do 4 instead of 5. Don't do that. Make sure you leave 5 stars. Maybe leave 2. A lot of platforms block that. But see you on the flip side. Oh wait, do you want to say goodbye, Will?
Thanks for having me. I'll be back. I won't say I'm the most interesting guest you ever had, but you're welcome.
You might be, because you're in the room, and that's a big step up. Okay, he's going to be with us in either our next episode or the episode after that. We are going to be discussing Hollywood and how it's burnt down, not only physically, but figuratively. We'll see ya in the next episode, or the episode. I will definitely see you in the next episode, but you might not see Will. You probably will see Will. I don't know. Just look for the with-Will. We'll see you on the flip side.
And you can follow me on MySpace.
You don't have a MySpace page.